Okay, I'm here with my friend and colleague Anita St.Clair of the Gut Healing Lab, and I would like to know what success story have you had lately?
I want to tell a really wonderful story because I often use supplements. And this particular client, we could not use supplements with her. She's pregnant. So she came, she had a lot of pain, a lot of distension. She had bloating everything she ate, constipation. She was having diarrhea all the time, every day. It was really awful. And now she's pregnant, so her hunger got worse, her pain got worse. It was really hard for her to bear. And we had to start her from literally new foods. We tested her and found out she was extremely sensitive to grains, extremely sensitive to dairy products, all dairy products, not just cow, sheep too. So that was a real no-no for her, and that was unfortunate because she loves cheese. But understanding what the painful products are, when you're in pain, you just want it to stop. So this was wonderful. So the first thing that happened was her pain stopped, and her pain started to get less and less and less as her pregnancy was growing. She was losing weight, and this was a concern for her OB. But we turned it around. She started to gain weight. We had to build her up from 3 foods up to 10 foods, up to 20 foods, up to 30 foods. It was a real test because I had not had somebody who was so extreme, and to get her to be able to eat certain foods was really important, and to rebuild her trust.
Mhm.
And as you know, the trust is part and parcel because if I every time I eat something, I feel pain.
You're going to be avoidant. Absolutely. It's
It's
a very
creating
tricky situation.
absolutely.
Yes.
I'm going to have
Yeah.
an emotional association every time I reach for that. Oh, that was painful last time. So
Yeah.
this was emotionally jarring, right? And she still has a lot of work to do,
Hmm.
but to see her gain weight and now
Hmm.
she, 18 pounds, 20 pounds, like
Hmm.
this was amazing, right? And we
Yeah.
couldn't use any supplements. So she wasn't going to, sometimes supplements can be corrective
Hmm.
and they can speed people along the journey, but sometimes you can't use them.
Like in pregnancy, yes.
So
But you really touched upon the importance of the emotional connection with food, and anytime you have a problem with your gut, and how important it is to address any underlying subconscious beliefs that you have about food, or the fear of the pain associated with food and
and
overcoming
food, it's
eating.
emotional
Yeah.
because now I'm sitting with my family,
Hmm.
I'm across from my husband or my partner
Hmm.
or my friends, and everybody's enjoying themselves except for me because
Yeah.
I'm having a painful relationship with food. Is that going
Yes.
to hurt me? Is that, oh, I don't want to eat? And then
Hmm.
everyone's looking at me, why are you eating, no, not eating
Yeah.
anything? What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
Hmm.
It's just this horrible, it's
Yeah.
emotionally draining.
Yeah.
And I think people who have conditions like this, it's not a slight little problem.
No,
Food, we
it's
need food to survive. We need to be able to
absolutely,
digest
food
our
is
food.
love,
Food is love. Food is
food is life.
environment. Food is
Yes.
friends.
Food is friends. But um, also, to address it from my point of view with my type of medicine, the way I interpret that type of medical problem is that it is ultimately a digestive issue, and a food allergy like that is ultimately nervous system dysregulation.
Mm.
So, my approach is the body keeps the score, and when there is a tipping point to all the distressing events in our life, from the time we were a baby, a child, a teenager, to a pregnant mommy, all those things together, all those stressors that we experienced are now causing a nervous system dysregulation and triggering maybe our genetics in a certain way to now overreact to foods that should be benign and should not be hurting us, like
Correct.
grains and dairy.
Yeah.
And now we are um, just dysregulated, and now
We're inflamed.
we're
We're
inflamed,
inflamed,
and we're
right?
having an autoimmune response
Yeah.
that previously did not happen.
That's
So
right.
for some reason, it's getting triggered. So you address, uh, finding out, what a person is reacting to, and what are good foods for that person
And
to
some of
eat.
those triggers, yeah.
Yes, and I address from the standpoint of what did your nervous system experience that is now causing these physical problems, and how to reverse that ultimately, because it is my belief that just like how things came on all of a sudden, they can slowly
Change.
resolve
They
and
can
improve.
revolve.
Yes.
And they do resolve.
Hmm.
And that is the miracle. I think when people start to be aware of realizing what are those emotional messages, and I
Hmm.
talk about them as messages,
Hmm.
but emotional messages
Hmm.
sometimes manifest in physical messages.
Hmm.
So that ache in my arm that happens recurrently, or that ache in my stomach, it may be triggered of an emotional fear that I'm going to have, that's this thing is going to happen. I'm going to have this meeting with my boss. I'm going to participate in this with this person who makes me upset, whatever it is.